I'm here talking with Pete Savagian, Engineering Director of General Motors' Electrification Architecture and Electric Motor Release Center. Pete has also managed product development and advanced engineering for GM's hybrid systems. Thanks for joining me today, Pete.
Oh, happy to be here.
First thing I'd like to ask you about is you'll be one of the featured speakers at the SAE Electric Powertrain Technologies Symposium on March 12th in Indianapolis. And I've been fortunate to hear a speaker from GM at almost every SAE event I've ever attended. I wonder, what value do you and General Motors receive from participating in SAE events like the Electric Powertrain Technology Symposium?
Well, there's several benefits to us in our participation. One, it's really a chance for us just to talk about our exciting development and our products in a forum that's technically based. There's a lot of marketing efforts, communication efforts around our new products, but typically they're much shorter in duration and they're aimed a lot higher and typically at either consumer level or at a general business level. And SAE is GM's forum for technical dialogue with engineering peers or even customers and media that helps inform them with the technical details of GM's development. And, we're proud of them, and we look forward to have a chance for a dialogue like that. At the same time, it's a place where we can generally reach out and have good interaction with our best suppliers who are normally actively participating and bringing their folks there. It's also a place where we get to learn a little bit more about our competition than we can typically find out in other ways, and we value that peer interaction. Even though we're competitors in these spaces, at some point we have the same thing in mind. We're trying to bring to the world better transportation solutions, safer, more enjoyable, and more efficient. So it's a good, rich interchange of ideas typically take place at the SAE events, and that's why GM likes to participate.
Pete, you've contributed a significant amount of time and effort to the automotive industry, and you've also achieved considerable success. I wonder, what is it that you find so exciting and energizing working in the auto industry? And in addition to that, what would you say to a young engineer to encourage her or him to work in the auto industry in the future?
Well, there's a lot of things that motivate engineers. We talk about it in my staff meeting all the time because we're in the business of engineering vehicles, and it takes hundreds of them, and we're always anxious to hire the best and brightest and most motivated. And when we look at really introspectively, individually, but also look at some of the great work done by so many of the colleagues here at GM, some of them just right out of school, it's a certain kind of passion and a desire to leave a kind of a legacy. I spent the first few years of my career working on electronics in the aerospace industry, and I worked on some electronics. I had no idea what it actually did. It was a Defense Department kind of thing, and it was an interesting kind of engineering, very performance-oriented, but I did not understand the function, and I did not know the end product, and I did my bit. And it was good to be an engineer and solve technical problems and do tests and so on, but I could not identify with the end product. And in the automobile industry, unlike many, you can see the fruits of your labor, your creations, driving down the road next to you and people you've never met, and you can see them every day by the hundreds if you keep your eye out for them. And so you have this chance to leave this wonderful legacy and something you can, call and talk to your cousin or your parents halfway across the country, and they'll know just what you mean if you say, you worked on the Chevy Volt and you worked on this part of it, and they, in fact, could go and drive and see them themselves. And so a motivator, we think, of some of our finest engineers is this desire to leave a legacy, much like maybe an artist leaves a legacy, is that you want to make a thing, a collection of your best ideas in collaboration with others, and you can create this wonderful art that is on the road and we think does some societal good and also creates passion among users. So if you want to work in an industry where you can contribute to the future, but also leave this legacy that everyone will know what you're talking about, and you can wake up in the morning and if you're not having a great day, you can see one of your creations on the road, it's just very rewarding and fulfilling. And so I think if you've got that kind of motivation, this is the kind of industry that should deserve your consideration and talents.
Well, Pete, I appreciate your insights on that. I particularly enjoyed your analogy between engineering and an artist. You obviously have already achieved a considerable legacy with the work that you have done at General Motors. I am sure that will continue, and hopefully we will see some very bright, talented and motivated engineers joining General Motors in the future so that they can make their own legacy and keep the success of General Motors going. Thank you again very much for your time.
Thanks very much, Bob. Take care.